Yeah, hi everyone. So today in this session, we are going to continue with the middle master here. So in the last session, we have discussed about the basic configuration about the middle master. I think so that will be very clear for you. So today we are going to start creating the middle master in the front end. Okay, so how to create, what all the impacting fields for the P2P cycle, all these things we are going to see, and also we are going to see some important configurations like field reference. Okay, it's also called as a field selection, one of the most important configuration, right? Yes, let's begin here. Okay, so the T code already we know that we are entering into MM01, the T code here. Enter. Okay, so we have our own. Okay, so we can just select any industry. We have our own material type, so our own number range, everything we have done with that, so we don't want to worry about that. So just we can select whatever we selected. This is what the material type we just created, right? Yes. So even when you're trying also, please try by your own. So try by creating your own material type and number range, so that will give you the confidence that so you can able to do it in the live projects. Okay, so just give an enter. Okay, just give an enter here. Okay, yes. Okay, so the number assignment is a problem. Okay, so we have assigned the external number range right at the last. Okay, let me give the external number range. Okay, 16. Okay, so 00. Okay, so 00. Okay, just give an enter. Okay, you can see now it is allowing because we need to give it manually for the external keys, right? Yes. So here you can see. Okay, so here you can see, so these are the views. I told you, right, this metal master is like a book. This consists of different pages. That pages we call it as views here. So you can see different views because this template is common. So wherever you go, so the material template is common. Based on the different type of material, this views will be different. For an example, for us, so what are the views we need, we can able to see that. Okay, here. Okay, I'll just deselect here. Okay, you have a deselect option. I will select myself. Okay, so that will give the clarity for you. So basic data 1 and 2. Okay, so we are going to have the basic data 1 and 2. This views is required for MM, especially for the raw material we required. Why? Because okay, this basic data 1 and 2 is common for all the material types. It is not only for our raw material, it is common for all the material types. So you can have this two views because it is going to give you only the basic information about the material. What is the material, what is the description, what is the unit of measurement, like that very basic information. So these two things are needed for all the material types. And then coming back, you can see other views like sales view. You can see sales 1, sales 2, sales plan data. These all things are not required. Okay, these all things are not required because we are not going to sell this product, right? We are going to only procure this product, so we are not going to sell this product. So the sales view is not required. On which particular material this is required? For the finished product, right? The finished product we are going to sell, so that we need the sales view, or else they cannot able to sell that. But in our case, it is not required. So which view we need actually? So apart from this sales view, we need this purchasing view, international trade import, and purchase order text. This view, three views we need actually. Okay, so this three view is recommended for having for the recommender for this particular material type. It's a raw material. Why? Because without this material you cannot able to enter into the P2P cycle. Means you cannot start the procurement. Why? Because you can just try. Even when you are going into that one, you can try. Okay, you can create a material with purchasing view, and without purchasing view you can understand what is the difference. Okay, right. Same way below you can come here. So we have another four views called as MRP. Okay, so MRP 1, 2, 3, 4. So this four views also we required here. Okay, yes. How the basic data 1 and 2 is common for all the things, like that this MRP views also it is very common. Okay, I'll just explain this MRP later when we go to that particular point. Okay, so we need to understand about this MRP. Okay, it's a part of PP. The MRP is a core element of PP here, but it will be used by all the elements, okay, all the particular modules for having the fulfillment. We are going to see that. Let's see that. Okay, yes. Then other views, okay, these all views are not required. Okay, so you just need the general plant data and storage one, because here where we are going to give, so what kind of storage is required here. Okay, for storing this kind of material, what kind of storage you need, or any kind of special storage like shelf life, like that of information we are giving here. But it is not, mostly it is not impacting, but it is needed. Okay, yes. Then coming for warehouse, you can see warehouse management 1 and 2. Okay, so this particular view is not required until you buy a license on the warehouse management. Okay, yes. So we have an extended warehouse management module in SAP S4 HANA, which is a licensed one. You need to buy that. That is not a free. So you need to buy that. Then if you can use that, so this view will be valid. Until that, it will be a dummy field. Okay, yes. Then you have a quality management. If you want a quality to be activated for this material, you can activate that, or else you can leave that. So I'll just activate that. So let's see what happens. Okay, yes. Then comes accounting 1 and accounting 2 and costing 1 and costing 2. These all the views. These 4 views you can clearly understand by the name. So it is for the finance. This is for the finance. Okay, so we are collecting different informations here in the raw material. For the basic information, purchase information, production information. Okay, so then storing information, quality information, finance information. So the contribution of all these things, you can clearly say that this master data, this metal master will be a common. Okay, right. So wherever this metal is traveling, so it needs to have all the views, then only it can be done. This is a this is a common views here, whatever I selected. Okay, right. So just give an enter. So it will take you to the next page. So here you can understand the usage of the enterprise structure. Okay, so here you can see what it is asking here. The organization level, it is asking which plant and which storage location you are going to create this material. Now you can understand the importance of enterprise structure. Right, this plant and the storage location or our enterprise structure, right? So we need to have that, then only we can able to create the master data. I told you, right? Without that, we cannot be able to even start the master data. You can see the difference. So we need to have the plant, then we need to have the storage location. Only then we can able to create that. Okay, yes. So whatever the plant we have created, you can give that one, and what is the storage location, you can create for that. Okay, so I'm just giving a plant. Okay, so maybe any plant. Okay, yes. So you just try by your own. You can create your own plant and just please try this one. Okay, so don't use any other existing one. Please do by yourself, then try, then only you can feel that. Okay, actually, okay, yes. Just give an enter. Okay, so now you can see we have entered into the metal master. You can see this, all the things we are going to see here. Okay, as we discussed, we are going to see the important. So what are the impacting fields available in this particular P2P cycle? Okay, so which are all the fields are very important here, because the template is common. You can see all the views. These all views are common for all the material types. So we are not need of all the views here. Okay, only few views we need. So that also few fields we need. Okay, well, which particular field we need, which will be impacting our P2P cycle, we need to have a clarity so we can be able to close this, right? Yes. So before that, you can see this one. Okay, so you have a material number and you have a description here. Automatically it came. So you can see the material number and description, right? So you have a small difference in the previous thing. So ECC and S4 HANA comparison, right? So this is a real-time comparison here. In ECC, for a material number range, you will be having maximum 18 characters, 18. For the description, you will be having 40 characters. But in S4 HANA, you have 40 characters for material and 40 characters for description, 40. So that's a difference here. That's a major difference in terms of metal master here. You can see that very clearly. So I'll just, what are the major difference? I'll just tell in the flow. Okay, right. So we can give a description here, whatever we want. For an example, I'm just giving some, okay, so whatever we can able to take. For an example, I'm giving us, okay, so motor. Okay, so motor 100 HP. Okay, so this is a raw material. For an example, just think of, okay, we are purchasing the motor from the vendor. Okay, so from the vendor, and I'm giving to the production, they are attaching this to the car or something. Okay, just think like that. Okay, this is a raw material. So here you can see why these fields are having this pen mark. You can see a box with a tick mark here, a box with a tick mark. Other particular views is not having that. It is very simple that which are all the fields not having that, that is all not mandatory fields, means that is all not important fields. If you're not given any field, any information here also, that won't affect anything. Okay, that will not affect or impact any particular business. But these fields, okay, which are all things we have kept as a mandatory here. You can see a tick mark here. So these all things, okay, so which makes impact. For an example, if you don't have the basic unit of measurement, you cannot measure this material, right? This material is a number or a kg or meter, nothing you can find. Okay, so based on this only you need to find, that is what, so certain things we need to keep it as mandatory. So that is what SAP is suggesting. There are 3 type of things you can keep. Okay, one thing, so SAP standard. Okay, so SAP standard mandatory fields, that will be standard. Okay, so that will be defaultly, it will be available. For example, this description, this unit of measurement, like that. Okay, it will be defaultly, it will be available. Second thing is based on the P2P cycle, because our target is a P2P cycle, right? For that cycle, what are all the impacting fields I need to understand, and I need to keep that as mandatory if it is missing. That is second thing. And third thing is customer's requirement. For example, customer is asking for an example, this weight, you can see a gross weight and net weight, dimension of this material, like that. This is all the important fields I want. Okay, please make it as mandatory. Why? Because if you're not keeping as mandatory, what will happen? The user will not fill that. Usually the user will not fill that, because this is a user part, right? End user part, they will easily skip this and they will go for the another thing. So that's the reason they are keeping for the mandatory. So they will not skip this, so they cannot go with that. For an example, without filling this, I'm just trying to go to the next tab, you can see. So it won't allow. See, it won't allow, because that's a power of the mandatory fields. Okay, not only the mandatory, you can set the field as a freezing field. Okay, you can see you can freeze the field. So without editing, you can freeze, or you can hide the field. Okay, if you don't want to show this field to the user, you can hide the field. These are all the options we have in the field selection. I told you, right? So in the field selection, we have an option called, so making all this field management here. So that is what we are going to see now. So the final configuration of Metal Master, let's see that. So our configuration will be done, then we can seamlessly, we can create this material. Okay, so let's go to that. We can come back for an example. Which one we can take? Okay, we can take this one. Okay, this one you can take. Okay, the old material number. Okay, one field is there, right? We can take this field. Okay, for an example, this field is there. Okay, it is not mandatory, you can see. So what I can do is, first I can make this field as mandatory. How to make that one, you can see, you will understand this. Second thing, what I can do, I can freeze this field like this. You can see how the material number is freezed. Like that, I can freeze this field. And third thing, what I can do is, I will entirely hide this field from the screen, so no one can able to see the screen. So three things I will show you, so you will understand what is the importance of the field selection. Okay, let's go back. Okay, let's get into the configuration. Okay, listen carefully, most important this one. So most of the customers will be asking more queries on this particular part. I want that field to be that, I want this to be that. So this is the configuration what we are going to have. So get into SPRO, same. Okay, reference IMG. Okay, so there again we are entering into the logistics general. Okay, so the Metal Master. Okay, so instead of basic settings, in above you can see a field selection. So before that, I want to show you one thing. Okay, get into the basic settings. Okay, find the material types here. In attributes, find the attributes of yours. What is your yours? Okay, it is ZROH, right? ZROH is the actual material type we created, right? This is the creation. Let's get into this one. So you can see already a field reference is assigned, because we just copied from ROH. You can see that is what the field reference is defaultly coming. You can create your own field reference also, but already it was assigned, so we can just take this as a reference. So that will be easy for you to understand. Already a field reference is there. So based on this only we created this. You can see based on this only we created this. We don't want to collapse this, so let this field reference be there. In this field reference itself, I will modify that, so you will understand that. Okay, so just go back. Okay, so get into the, okay, so field selection. Let me, okay, get into the field selection here. Get into the field selection. So here you have, okay, two options here. Okay, just try to have the two options here. One is maintain field selection for data screen, and one is assign fields to field selection group. Okay, so first you need to understand this one. Okay, so which field you want, you want to find the table and the field name of this particular field. Just by going old material number, you cannot able to find that very easily. So you want to find which table and field. I told you, right? In SAP, so the system will store the information in the form of tables and fields. You need to find in which table and which field this particular information is saved. Very easy to find. So just click on the field. Okay, which field you want, you can click on the field and click on F1. Okay, give F1. See, automatically you will get this information. Okay, so in this you can see this fourth option called as technical information. Okay, just click on this technical information. You can clearly find that what is your table name. See, this is the table name and this is the field name. See, very easy. This is your table name and this is your field name. So this is what the information you want to make this field selection to be easy. So here you can see in this field you have both the things. So just copy this. Okay, just copy this. Okay, just copy this. This is a field name and the table name. Just close this. Okay, so now we got this one. So now we got this field name and table name. Now using this, I want to find that. Okay, I want to find that here. Okay, I want to find that here. Okay, how I want to find that? Okay, very simple. Okay, I want to find that here. Okay, so how to find this one is, so first what we need to do, you want to get into this assign fields to field selection group. Okay, you want to go into this assign field selection group here, execute. Okay, you will find all the fields. Okay, all the fields over here, and every field will have one group ID. You can see this is called as field selection group. This ID number is called as field selection group. Okay, everything will have an ID, so you cannot easily find that with a name. Okay, so that's why we just copy the table and field name here. So what we need to do is, just you can see, have a search option here, the field name, just click on this. So it will ask you to give the field name, just paste that. So you can see, just paste what you copied. I think it is not copied. Okay, I think I just missed 1 minute. So let me go for F1. Okay, I just activate the quick cut copy. Yes, I think it is not activated. Okay, I thought it was copied. Okay, so I just copy this. Okay. Okay, so now in the search here, go to the field name and give that particular thing here. Yes, you can see. So the table and field name which I want to have in this field selection, I just selected this. Now what I can give, I just give an enter, automatically it will find for me. Okay, just give an enter. Yes, you can see automatically the field has been taken. See, I don't need to find. You can see the old material number you got, and the number for this is number 11. You can see that. So this is what actually we need, because this number is important. Then only based on this number only I can set the options. Okay, or else we cannot set. That is why first we came here to find out what is the number. So now the number is 11. Okay, so now the number is 11. We got that one. Now using this number we are going back. Okay, we are just going back. Now we found the number. We are going into the main field. You can see maintain field selection for data screen. This is the main screen here. Okay, so just get into this one. So there you can able to find, see the field selection group, it is showing the number. So here where you need to give a number, so based on that number you can set this option here. Below that, below here you can see the options. See what are the options we have? We have the hide option. See, first one is a hide option, second one is a display option, third one is a required entry, means mandatory, and fourth one is optional entry. So these all setups you can able to do based on this field selection group. Okay, now it is in 1. So what we need to do, we need to give number 11. Okay, so I'll just give number 11 here and just give an enter. See, automatically you got this. See, automatically you are getting this field. See, very simple. So now in this field, okay, now you are going to modify only this field. You are not going to touch anything. You are going to modify only this field, because in this field, so there are these 4 options are readily available. So what we need to do, you can see the field reference here. You can see the field reference here. We want to find our field reference. So you can go to the position. Wherever you have a position, you can able to find that. So in that you can find the field reference. What is our field reference? It is ROH, right? Yes, just give an enter. See, automatically you got the ROH. So for this is your field reference which is assigned for that particular material type. Okay, so we are what you are going to do, this is the field selection group and this is the field which we are going to modify. So currently it is not mandatory. You can see currently it is not mandatory. This is totally optional. You can see the optional entry is there. What we are going to do is, first we are going to make it as required entry. Okay, just click on this. So just a radio button, any one option only you need to give. So you can give this under this field reference. I'm giving this as a required field. Okay, I'm saving this. Okay, just save this. Okay, save this. Okay, now I just made this as a required field, means mandatory only for this field. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to go back and come, because we don't have any refreshing field here. Just go back. Okay, just click on exit. Okay, so don't save this. Now again you can come back and you can see the difference here. Okay, so MM01, enter, same concept, same material type, everything should be same, because this is the concept we are using. So same, enter. Okay, so we need to give a number here, so let's give the number. Okay, enter, enter, and okay, so give the plant and enter. Yes, now you can see this old material number, this field is also became a mandatory. See, earlier it was not mandatory, but you can see now it is mandatory. Okay, it is clearly stated. Okay, it is mandatory. Okay, so now the first thing is done. Okay, so how to make a mandatory for a field, you can able to get an idea very clearly, right? Yes. Now the second thing, how to make that field, okay, display means it is freezed, it is non-editable field, no one can edit the information there. Okay, yes, so for an example I'm just making as a display here and save this again. Okay, save. Okay, it was saved. Again I want to go back. Okay, again I need to go back and come, because then only I can see the reflections. Okay, so let me go to mm01 again. Okay, again same concept, same material type, nothing changed. Okay, enter. Okay, I need to give the external number range. Okay, yes, enter and enter and enter. Now you can see this field is freezed. You can see the freezed. So it is non-editable screen. See the difference between this field and this field, you can see that. Okay, it became automatically a non-editable screen. Okay, so it became a non-editable screen. Okay, so the second option is also, it is getting successfully done. So now the final one and the most important one is, okay, you can able to hide the field. Means the customer is saying that I don't need this field here, so we can able to hide this. Okay, just click on this hide. Okay, just click on this hide and save this. Okay, yes, so we can test again. What we need to do, we need to go back entirely, and again we need to come back. So let's go to mm01 again. Okay, so give the external number and enter and enter and give the plant here and enter. So now you can see the field is gone, the entire field is gone. Okay, so this is what we told us, the field selection plays a major role in the Metal Master. Not only here, so we will be having the field selection everywhere. So just majorly used for the Metal Master in MM, so to have this thing very clear. So how you want, you can able to manage this. Okay, you want to keep it as mandatory, you want to keep it as optional, you want to keep it as a display, you want to keep it as a hide. So how you want, you can keep that one. Based on that, the system will work. Okay, so the first thing, so before we start all this thing, these all the preliminary work. Okay, so why we are spending this much of time on this one is, these all things are preliminary. If you do this all things one time as a consultant, so you don't want to do any kind of rework here. Okay, or else if you are not doing it properly, every time there will be a rework will come, because this is the most used master data here. Every time there will be a usage of this master data. If something wrong happens, every time you have to change it. Okay, yes. So now we are clear with the complete configuration of the Metal Master. We can do end-to-end recording all these things. Okay, now the ultimate thing is we need to get into the system. Okay, so now we can see all the fields. What are the fields we just marked? Okay, all the fields, we need to get into that, and we need to see what are all the impacting fields. We need to have an idea. Okay, what is this field? What is the use of this field? Okay, and these all things we need to have an idea, so then only we will get a clarity, because these all fields are automatically transferred to the PTP cycle. When we get into the business cycle, these all informations only, it is coming automatically, gets populated. Okay, yes. So I hope everyone is clear about this particular option here. Yes, so everyone is clear about this. Okay, so now, so we are entering into the master data. So now the configuration is over. We want to see the front end part, how to create this material. We can create this material, and we can see what are the impacting fields. Okay, so then it will be done. Okay, so there are many impacting fields are there. So that fields, what is the usage also, you need to get that one, because when the user is pointing out something, you should be able to answer that. Right, yes. So we are entering into that. Okay, so in the next session, we are going to enter into this Metal Master, and we are going to create one end-to-end material here, because our configuration is done. Okay, so now we are ready, we are free to create a material. Okay, right. So let's get into that. Okay, so we can able to create a material on the next session. So let's see there. Okay, yes. Thank you.